So we got a brand new milk cow and everything went really smooth the first night. But then the next day, things changed. She started kicking me. In this episode, what are we going to do about this kicking cow? Our nerves a little high this morning. Oh, that's cute though. She's coming over to say hello. The first milking with Massachusetts went pretty good. Good morning. Well, this is cute. The first milking went really good.
Yeah.
We decided the next milking we just wanted to get it done and we didn't record it. And I wish we had because that one was very different.
I think it was different because
Do cows like...
I think she showed up and it was like maybe shock the first night, you know, like, okay, everything was brand new. I'm really scared. I don't know what to do. So she stood pretty good.
Then the next day she must have like settled in and like been ready to establish some dominance because she kicked and her kicks were, she did some real kicks and they were scary. So I rigged something up this morning. We're gonna see if it helps. We'll see if it helps. What do you call it? Like the Ostgenuity? Ostventions? I always have these big ideas and see if it protects my...
Name that.
That's a great reference.
All right, let's get your halter on. Yeah, you like the camera though. You vain. You're a vain camera.
She's trying to win over the audience.
A lot of times on Instagram, we see the nice side of everything, right? Or even on our channel, it's been a long time since we've had an adult, large milk cow come to our farm and start milking her. So this is the reality of a family milk cow. And what we always recommend is to get an experienced cow. But there's always going to be some growing pains. Cows are creatures of habit. So a new farm, no other cows she knows around, a new milk stanchion, everything's new for Massachusetts. Everything will be new for your milk cow when you get her on your farm. And things can be scary for you and for her. She'll sense that you're afraid. And it can kind of be a big mess the first week. So don't give up. Giving myself a pep talk.
You gonna watch this before we get started?
Yeah. So don't give up. Make sure everything you have is sturdy and safe, and don't put yourself in an unsafe situation.
Right. The biggest key is to make sure to put your husband's head closer to the
Put
cow.
your husband in an unsafe situation.
But not
and
you.
Make sure he has a life insurance policy.
Oh yeah. This is your plan all along.
It's elaborate.
It's quite elaborate, I'll give you that. A quick whack to the back of the head would sure be easier to, you know. Alright, let's do this. Alright. You can probably see it on the ground there. I have an aluminum bar that will get up in front of that one leg closest to me that comes up and kicks. And it's actually connected with rope, so there's a little bit of give to it, so if she were to kick it, she's not going to break her leg or something, but it'll be enough of a firm stop for her to just lose some energy and hopefully think, oh, I don't want to do that again. Alright, so let's begin.
One tip I learned to stop the cow from kicking is to get her head up. So I'm going to stand at her head and raise her head so it's a little less prone to kick. Do you feel angry at your wife? Be honest.
No.
Would you say This is as scary as milking grasshopper?
Oh, this is scarier than milking grasshopper.
Why? Because we
And
haven't trained
grasshopper
her?
kicked harder and more. But I knew grasshopper from when she was like little, and she's not this big. This cow's huge for us. I know there's dairy people watching and laughing, but it don't matter. It's all perspective.
That's probably why you're watching though, dairy people,
Yeah.
be honest. You're just
Works for
watching.
us, too.
You're just watching to laugh at us.
And those legs, do they go all the way up? Yes, they do.
To
I
an
don't wanna be at
extremely
the
large
other end.
muscle.
No, I'm not mad. It's kind of like
No,
I'm used
not
to this. So,
But you're a little irritated when she kicks, right?
oh, I don't want to be kicked by a cow. I don't love having to be at this end, but I'm not going to make Kay come down here until she's...
Aw, that's sweet. That's sweet of you.
I'm not being left alone with all these children. I go first. If one of us is going to be a vegetable, it's going to be me.
Yeah, I don't trust you caring for me as a vegetable.
You see the way my gardens are. I'm not good at caring for vegetables.
Oh, what a good
Like,
girl.
That was not bad.
It's
I
the
think she knew we were
initial.
filming. She's like, oh, I don't want to look bad on YouTube.
Gotta make the Guernsey breed look good.
We are going to invest in a new piece of equipment today.
Yeah, this little blocker
This
is not
Austin special.
Ostvention. This Ostvention is
You asked me
another.
yesterday, like, do you hate this?
I said to Kay yesterday, do you like?
You said, do you kind of like it?
Do you have a
but
love
you
hate?
it? Yeah, I was like,
You
yes.
couldn't say no to that. I was like, do you love hate it? I guess you could have been like, no, I just
There's
hate
no
it.
love there. Yeah, but there are many times where I'm kind of rolling my eyes at what you're doing and like.
But
And you're like, do you think
need
it'll work? And I'm
something.
like, no, I don't think it'll work. I think she'll get
It
her.
kind of worked.
I said, I think she'll get her leg over it. And you're like, yeah, but I think it'll work.
It kind
It
of
kind of worked. If you've got your cow and she's come to you, she's ready to be milked, or she's calved with you, she's ready to be milked now, have her tied somewhere securely. Have someone, if they can, hold her head up or tie her head up. In the back, if you can, tie a leg back. There is a belly rope. You've seen us try to do a belly rope before. A loud yell, hey, knock it off. The reason I think this works so well is even though she can kick over it, it clangs and it bumps her leg and it clangs and it, oh, so she doesn't like it. Cows want to be good.
all growing pains.
It is.
It's all growing pains.
It is, and we come into cows with a very romanticized view of it, I feel like, right? Because it's not, for most of us, it's not been our upbringing. I'm coming into milking a cow, right? And I've like read about how nice it is. You go out to your cow in the early morning and you sit beside it and the milk streaming into the pail and she stands there calmly chewing her cud. And then you add 1,000 pounds onto that daydream. And it's a whole other story.
It's still not as like crazy as it was learning to be safe around camels. We were reading when we first got our camels and we were milking our camels, the first chapter in the book about like, be careful with camels, and it was like they can do helicopter legs where they can kick you 365.
In every direction.
And don't forget, they're known to bite a human's head off in just one chomp. I remember
Cows
reading
are a little
about
better than that.
this guy who got his head just like bit off by a camel. You're not gonna get your head bit off by a cow, so just start.
That's the good news.
Just start camels. The next Homesteady
Never.
series.
That would be like a 2-year-long course.
Right here. Okay, this is a like homesteader. Like homesteader loves this store. It's called, what's it called?
Graham Dairy.
Graham Dairy Supply.
Ooh, look at those IBC
And it has,
toasts.
look at those IBC, food grade IBC totes as far as the eye can see. We are here because we are looking for maybe a cow can't kick bar.
Yeah. Yeah, you always go.
Can you park over here?
I don't know. We can always move. We need a new battery.
Trailer full of IBC totes. So much possibility. Just walk through this place like, ooh, that's nice.
I know, it is
Ooh,
ridiculous.
that's nice.
I want to with this.
Ooh, that's nice. What is it?
And
She said she needed the pink crook. I had to get it. What is it? Is that it? The kick stop. Come on, open one. Look at that. Wow. All right, we've got our cow can't kick, and we had to get a new claw while we were here today. And a few other things. What else did we get? It's like a kid in a candy store. Oh! That's gonna be fun for grabbing those naughty little rascals. All right, back to the farm where we can, well, we gotta do an evening milking, and we'll see if these accessories work for what we need them. This is like fun. All right, so we gotta get them into their
paddock.
It is honestly really hard to believe that it is the same day. We've had a very long day. We left the farm, we went and got supplies to hopefully keep our giant cow Chewy from kicking me in the face and turning me into a vegetable, the only vegetable successfully to grow on this homestead.
That's a funny joke. Because it's true.
It's time for evening milking, and now we're gonna see if the new claw and the cow can't kick bar that we bought make this a better milking with our brand new
This is the kick stop, right?
giant Guernsey. Yeah, it's called the Kick Stop. I'll have links below. We've not tried it. I'm not saying it works, but I will have links if you're interested to check out that cow Kick Stop. Let's get her
Our
in here.
instruction sheet, which is
Lacking. Not even a diagram. I mean, a little teeny diagram that's not very educational or helpful, but there it is. Let's see if this works. Coburn, you got to work on your onboarding a little
make
bit.
a video, guys. Come on.
Yeah, Coburn, make a video, or we'll make a video. We did it!
This was a winner. This saved Austin's head. This goes in a place of honor.
I owe my
Your head.
beautiful intact mustache to it. Success! This cow kick stop has turned out to be a lifesaver, and I actually mean that literally. Did you know cows are actually more dangerous than sharks? More people die every year to cow-related injuries than sharks. So if you're working closely with dairy cows or beef cattle, make sure that you're taking the necessary safety precautions
Using this kickstop could be one of those safety measures you use. I'll have a link below to the cow kickstop on Amazon. And if you are new to cows and you're going to get your first dairy cows or beef cows, learn about cow safety. We did a whole interview with a cow specialist all about ways you can make sure you are being safe around your brand new cattle. Click the box just popped up on your screen to watch that interview about safety precautions with your first cow. Make sure you don't become a cow statistic.